Hi folks, welcome back to the 8 Regents for the last time today. So we have game 8 of the Tyrell Targaryen match, and yes, for once this has been updated correctly, so you can see it's 4-3 in favor of Tyrell at the moment. And the next game is Jaime against Alex Manotti. It's just starting, I believe. And yes, if Tyrell wins this one, then Targaryen can only draw if they win the remaining two, but if Targaryen wins, then it's going to be a great conclusion with the last two games to come on Friday and Sunday. And we have the wars to come. Looks like it's a Dothraki deck. We have Womb, we have two characters against the Kings of Summer. Okay, Knight related. Tourney lands on Hedge Knight and to two locations that deal with strength. So, okay, probably not going to face any burn really here. Question is, what happens with the plots? Because Summer tends to open either Late Summer Feast, Summer Harvest, or Time of Plenty. And what does Wars do? Don't want to play Naval into Time of Plenty, do you? And actually plays Vanquish into Late Summer Feast. Okay, can select Dothraki. Can you do overwhelming numbers and put in a bunch of those raiding Kalasars and try to kill everything? It's going to be tricky because Jaime has so much gold. Bound to marshal something, and if there's dupes for ladies, it's going to be difficult to do any kind of military pressure. It won't be super annoying. I wish we could get rid of that. So Alex goes first. So he wants to give it a go. Kill everything off. Not that much gold. Overwhelming numbers is cheap enough. Anything good coming in? Guardian Shadows, okay. So that's potentially Aegon can find raiding Kalasar, and then Womb of the World finds who knows what. The chance of a 3 claim still very much alive. And if you marshal a bunch of knights, then we're exposed to a reset, since Targaryen has a pretty empty board and wars, so you can pack all the resets. Dupe on Marjorie definitely helps. Can absorb claim that way. And goes for more draw. Well, I always think you should do that first before you do anything else. Because now you could draw a dupe of Marjorie, right? And then another lady who could have taken Lady in Waiting. Unlikely, but in theory it's possible. Okay, and dupes coming in. Question is, if strong military happens, do you claim them? And that's pretty decent as well. Can throw out a raiding Kalasar if it's there. Slightly exposed now to political disaster, which the Thrakis can do. They have this Womb and Econ, probably not much else. Anything else coming in for 2 gold? So High Garden costs you 1. And the courtier, okay. 3 cards left. Pleasure Birch spent and giving cards away for the plot. But now let's see what the threat is. Boom brings in Braided Warrior. The other cards it revealed were Plaza, okay, we don't want that in play. Ago would have been really nice. It's going to be a bunch of summers and Koto. So happy that there was this guy. Now lacking icons slightly until that card comes out of shadows. Yeah, Aegon and then doing Intrigue would be slightly nasty against a hand that is already kind of empty, so I guess you'd need to try that. Try High Garden on that, but yeah, here comes the army. Now, Blood Rider character. None of those at the moment. This doesn't actually raise claim. And there's 16 on attack. So you could, I think, defend Aegon with Marjorie and Strength boost. And then High Garden on the military challenge to defend yourself against that. Giving cards away. So Alex is over reserve. Fortunately, he likes the Dothrakis in the discard pile. Could also take him out here. And then Marjorie used on the military challenge, but I don't think that wins. You could use the courtier on Marjorie to have her in the military challenge and defend this. Bunch of options. That's the plan, it seems. And seems like a good plan to me. $16. Now you can defend this with 9 and Marjorie if you don't want to attack back. So with 12, so you need to take out Raiding Kalasar, I guess. It's 2 claims, so I wouldn't allow it to go through. I try to defend, I think. So it's 16. If you take this guy out, it's 10, but not really. Because this guy loses 1 strength, so it's 9. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work out for you. You have to still defend with pretty much everyone, right? So you can take anything out, I think, and it will work. If you take out character without a power icon, It's 12. Okay, that won't quite work since 12, 12. So it doesn't defend. It's going to eat the 2 claim, which is highly risky, including Marjorie. And he's going to attack back on all 3 challenges, put Alex 5 over reserve, so some of those cards will be wasted, but he'll be getting the best ones, possible dupes, possible overwhelming numbers. And in the meantime, Tyrell will take a 5-0 lead and will wonder if it was worth it or not. If there is also a Lady Sansa's Rose, it could go to 8-0. And there is. Okay. Well, in that case... Oh, it costs you 1, so can't win dominance. In that case, it might have been worth it. Now the dupe on Marjorie. Sad to see that go. Now if you play Morghulis, you get economy from Slaver's Bay Port. Jaime will be left with 2 cards in hand, and Bryce will survive. Does he have a time of plenty or an exchange of information? You think so in a summer deck, right? Now, taking the dupe was risky. Might have been better to take the courtier, I think. Just to make sure you can't really be reset. But 7 power in 1 round. That's pressure. While putting Missandei into play. Wouldn't do that, right, if you were going to kill her. Do we have more 2 claim plots or something like that? Wardens against First Snow, which takes everything back to hand and then exposes this guy to March. That's yeah, that's a problem with taking the dupe. Hopefully Targaryen can't achieve much, but if has like a quota or plaza. So at the moment it's just Aegon. And the vineyard turned off, that sucks as well. And here comes Jogo. And has Womb as well, so... Unfortunate, let's hope there's something good. And 5 gold only, needs also to keep gold for Highgarden, unfortunately. Well, that's alright. Let's see what Womb does. Rakaro. So if they 2 attack, you can also get intrigue claim. Difficult for both of them to attack though against Highgarden. Stand for Plaza. No gold to do any other magic. You could try to remove him, but 7 cards in hand, yeah. Lets it happen. And this Mera is hit, okay. Hope there's an econ plot. Probably there won't be another winter, right? So the vineyard will be better, but econ plot to just replay everything. Now what do they do? And what does Jamie do? That courtier was going to be nice here with wardens, but now not so much. Styles one guy. I think it's probably best to defend. You have a dupe, but it's not very safe. Rather lose power, right? If Plaza stands someone. So Bryce is going to defend with the strength boost from the plot and the jousting pavilions. Now it's going to be an interesting decision. Okay, nothing you can do here. An interesting decision which challenge to do with Garland. If you do military, there is a dupe, which you normally don't need because Aegon kind of needs to go back through shadows. There is a claim soak, I guess, in Missandei now. And opponent has a good marched. But if you do power, and he wins with renown, I'm not sure what the better option is. Goes for power, but he could be marched. Do you dare to defend with 4? Because if it's boosted up to 9 and then superior claim is a possibility, but no, not this time. So it's gonna be 8-3, but again, common theme for us in this tournament. Looking at the faction card, it's only 4-3. But at least now, the hand sizes are comparable. And the econ is kind of tied. I guess Stark is ahead there, right? Especially with that womb as well, which just cheats stuff into play. Hope we have a good econ plot to replay Marjorie, the courtier, and whatever else there is. I think this might be marched to the wall now. It's actually the pointy end. Well, can't complain. It's taking 3 power away and the duplicate, but doesn't mess with the board state, and it's not a high claim plot, so still not that much gold to work with. Can just barely get a Kalasar if you like. Should go wider really though, because High Garden is annoying for big characters. Hope there isn't a Kotho in hand. Always could be. And Ago as well works with summer plots, which is yeah, stroke of luck really for Alex here, because there was only one summer in the whole Tyrell gender list, so and this time there is 2 gold for that overwhelming numbers. We have the Honor Guard, we have Holo there with Intimidate, Horse Lord, Womb still available, so yeah. Game not going in the right direction after first snow, but let's see what we get. If anything. Well, if it's Marjorie and High Garden Courtier, okay, Green Apple Knight. Pressure now to defend military though. Marjorie, and I think you have to leave one for High Garden, right, and one for the event. Now if you had Bounty, that would be nice. But no, okay. If the event is Brienne the Blue, of course, that gives you some chance of defending. And this time another Braided Warrior hit, but Horse Lord works as well, right? So that seems like a better card. Now do you go for Intrigue first again? Try to get rid of whatever is in hand that stops your plan. And Name the Attorney requires characters to attack or defend alone, which is not that easy against this board now. Depends though, if they attack, and they do. If they kneel out most of their stuff, then who knows what could happen on the counter. Needs 2 characters in this challenge really if he's going to play overwhelming numbers. And if he has 2 raiding Kalastars or something stupid like that, then yeah. We know how it goes. Let's go holo anyway. 14. At the moment, not quite enough. Attacking with everyone and trying to kill everyone as well. Then he has Plaza. Try to stop whatever name the attorney is doing, because that gains a lot of power, right? Now if somehow Jaime could stop this, that would be really nice. It's tricky. You can commit, but you know that overwhelming numbers is coming, right? It's so unlikely to be a bluff. Then if it does come, you have okay, you have High Garden immediately. That takes the Blood Rider out, which is where the claim race come. The problem is that you still need to commit defenders before overwhelming numbers is played. And my worry is that it could be claim 2. Even claim 1 sucks. Nightmares. Okay. Now there isn't going to be one. Gold doesn't work out, so now you can defend this. Attacking strength is 9. And yeah, any of these knights with Brienne the Blue would win. Ah, well. Claim 1 though. If you want Green Apple Knight not to kneel, you have to kill Marjorie, which sucks. Has to be a hand's judgment always. Well, at least he didn't have overwhelming numbers, so can't complain that much. Now what does he claim? Does he claim the kneeling character? Could have defended with Bryce, who is slightly less important at this point, right? Because there's no printed renown. And if he kills Marjorie, lords or ladies, and there is a lord, because these two are both lords. So yeah. It's really too bad about that hand's judgment. Now I don't think this one will be defended. It's just going to attack back on all 3 challenges. Hope there's no penalty. Loses Lady Sansa's Rose. That could have given him a win at some point. Not this round though, because there's no gold. And stacking power on characters again is not ideal. You could defend this and win on defense. not doing power back, but you're doing military and intrigue. Doesn't. Wants to do all three and wants Alex to spend the plaza trigger. Intrigue first, I think. It's a bit better, but okay. Now they stack them on Garland. 1 point and is gone. It's not limit 1, but no one plays 2, right? But people do play Morghulis, that's the problem. He's spreading them out. Two different characters. And now spends the plaza trigger. He's going to defend, so as not to concede unopposed. So now it's not now going 10-5, but really it's 5-5 or 6-5 if we just look at the faction cards. You could play turn and try to win, but haven't seen the reset yet. And if it's Morghulis, Aegon survives with Womb there and a good Stivers Bay port. I don't know. Jaime quite quick to select his plot, so must like his options. And Wars, yeah. Wars can have everything. And it's March to the Wall against Close Call. Well, now that it's marched, I bet he wishes he'd played Tourney. Close Call can bring back Marjorie. And it's going to have to march now the Green Apple Knight, which is a great character to have. Again, no huge threat of tree claim or anything crazy like that. Slaver Space port is not turned on, the econ slightly lacking, but again could cheat characters into play with a bit of luck. That's my worry, or get the stand guy. He's not so problematic, but he is a Blood Rider. And again, there's 2 gold, which is a threatening number. Goes for more draw. Now let's have something good. I take 3 small knights. 2 small knights, High Garden trigger and an event trigger. Surely hasn't drawn into nothing. Even dupes wouldn't be too bad. Slightly bigger and more expensive knight. Can have a hedge knight or something. Well, okay. Stand, and I think that's going to be it, because High Garden is just too valuable, and I hope he has another one of those Brienne the Blue events or something to that effect. What have we seen so far? 2 Lady Sansa's Rose gone, and 1 Brienne the Blue. So he puts Tourney Lance on Garland, which means he has nothing this round. He just has High Garden, and Eerie comes in. Stand Lord or Lady, that's not applicable. Threat of overwhelming numbers still there. Would be 2 claim though, and well, 2 claim, guessing a bit. So you could always have overwhelming numbers and 2 copies of Raiding Kalasar, right? He doesn't, surely, but that's always the threat. And can't High Garden around this, not at the moment anyway. So better wait with High Garden if one of the Kalasars needs to be removed at some point. And probably now the quarter is going to be taken for claim, which means you have to somehow use it probably. So you can oppose this, let's say with Mark, and stand him with courtier. Well, he is taking a risk again, using High Garden in this action window in an attempt to win on defense. It's now very defendable. So you could defend with both of them and stand Bryce, and then Mark replaces himself, but he might not though. Don't know what is on top. Just defense with 7, okay. You have to boost his strength though. Or do you let him die? But then what was the point? Yeah, here we go. What are the characters though? Surely they're not. It's not 2 copies of Raiding Kalasar. Well, 1 copy and intimidate, so it's 2 claim and intimidate. Yeah. What can you do? I think the High Garden trigger should have come later. Then you can still use the Kalasar, I guess, on power. Or you couldn't actually. What's the business here? So it goes back to hand, and yeah. And there was a little knight that could have been played. Now we can do power as well. And we know the stuff for Plaza. Guessing there's no second marched. Not losing good characters, but I don't know if they would have been played. Have two of these pleasure barges now. Okay, two vineyards as well, so maybe. I still think there should be a time of plenty or an exchange of information right in a summer deck. He's going to do this, and then he still has 9 on defense against Bryce, who goes up to 7 himself. On the power challenge, so does Bryce then do military instead, just so that he can win? There's no benefit to winning though, there's no renown to be gained. Just get claim. Yeah. Ricardo can defend, and that means Alex gets dominance. Which means it's 9-9, and if he has a second marched, sucks for us. Now, what could we have? Do Harris. Leaves 3 characters though, so it's not like it's solving all of our problems. And well, Econ's still not there to just play the Raiding Kalasar without any worries, so that's something at least. Tourney against Fury. Jamie's going to go first. Gets 1 for prize, then if he has Green Apple Knight, that would be worth something at least. That would make it tricky to defend. Otherwise, Raiding Kalasar is going to be put in, and it's just going to murder everything, I think. So we'll know very soon how this game is going. But look, any knight attacking alone with Lady Sansa's Rose just pretty much wins, right? So yeah, finds a Green Apple Knight, however, costs the remaining 3 gold, and that means High Garden is not happening, and doesn't even play it. It's going to play Renly's Pavilion. Well, that's slightly bizarre, because he's about to get his entire board killed, and there won't be another round. So Green Apple Knight, non-kneeling to do intrigue, to do military, seems like it was the thing to do. It's the last chance to actually win the game, I think. Ah, here comes Khal Drogo. Still 2 gold left. If you want a lady to threaten Lady Sansa's Rose, well, power claim Lady Sansa's Rose and renown on Garland wins. But he only has, what, 8 strength potentially on the power challenge. Yeah, too bad there wasn't a bounty of High Garden or something. I think with an additional Green Apple Knight it would have been possible. Now if Alex plays defensively here, doesn't do anything stupid, I think he probably has this. He has tourney lands, so I mean, if Lady Sansa's Rose is in hand, 2 are gone. I don't know if 3 are even in the deck. So it's 10 power, 11 for power claim, 12 for his renown, and 15 for Lady Sansa's Rose. And can you cheat characters into a challenge where this guy is attacking with tourney lands? I'm guessing not. We had one win like that against Baratheon. It was a key Lady Sansa's Rose when it was looking hopeless. I have some hope because he marshaled Alri, and then this pavilion instead of marshalling Green Apple Knight. So okay, Nightmares played on the pavilion, but I don't think that's stopping Garland from winning alone. He wouldn't have played Nightmares if he had Hand's Judgment in hand, I think, because he wouldn't have allowed Intrigue Claim to happen. So there he goes. Does he have it or does he not have it? And if he gets cancelled by Hand's Judgment, I think I might cry actually. Come on. Okay. Okay, that's one for us. I had such low hopes, but everything seemed to point in that direction that he had it in hand. So I can't believe he actually did have it. That's such a dream draw. I wonder if Pleasure Barge drew that. So nothing Alex could do against this tourney lands, and really a freak turn of events. And there is no character that beats it for strength because of the locations. So yeah, pretty crazy. What can I say? So Nightmares on Garland I can't because of the tourney. So yeah, nothing you can do. So Targ is going to drop points for the first time in this tournament. It doesn't really cost them because their big match is against Lannister. But yeah, if they don't win the remaining 2 games to get 5-5, then that opens a chance for Baratheon and Stark in theory to stay in the tournament if Stark actually gets a loss. But okay, that's far into the future. So it's 5-3 now for Tyrell, and 2 more games. I'm playing against Jim Henson. Tomorrow, I say morning, it's afternoon, but morning for me kind of. And then Francisco has the other match point against Andy on Sunday. So, thank you for being with me on this crucial Thursday. So Wednesday went slightly worse than I expected. Thursday went much better, and hopefully you can join me on the other 2 games. If I lose my game, I'll record it without commentary. You might not see it, but we'll watch Francisco's game for sure on Sunday. So see you then.